Hi, my name is Kelly Rose and I'm with Panda Rose Consulting Studios, and I'm here to share with you 5 things you can do today to make your website an important part of your sales process. First and foremost, your website better be responsive. What does this mean? Well, not everybody visits websites these days with their computers or with their laptops. They visit websites with their cell phones or with their tablets, or if you're like me, with a computer screen that's turned sideways. But I'm a little unusual that way. What happens though is if they view your website with an iPhone and your website is little tiny text, they're not going to bother trying to figure out how to read it, and they're not going to contact you. Now, most WordPress themes are responsive these days, as are many other websites, but you should spend the time to verify that your website looks and behaves good on an iPhone or on a smartphone, as well as other tablets if you have other tablets available to test it with. If you can't do that, feel free to contact us and we can help guide you through how to do that. The second most important thing you need to do is get your website running through what's called a content delivery network. This is absolutely free and is actually one of the best ways of improving your speeds for your website, not just locally but globally. The one we recommend for most people is Cloudflare. If you go to Cloudflare, you can sign up with them, and for $0 a month for their cheapest package, you can wire your website through it so that their caching content delivery servers are holding your images and assets all around the world. So if somebody in Australia visits your website, they're not having to have all the images transferred across the ocean every time. Instead, those images are already there and it speeds up your website. They also come with a whole list of other really beneficial speed improving tools, which can really increase the benefit of your website and increase your conversion rate. Number 3, your site should be accessible. What does this mean? This means that there is a large number of individuals on the internet who need to be able to access the information on your site through more non-traditional means. For example, blind users who use screen readers. And if all of the information is contained on images in your website, and those images don't have proper alt tags or proper what are called long description tags, they won't be able to get to the information on the website because a screen reader cannot read a photo. Similarly, if your tags are badly laid out, if there's structural problems with the technical details of your website, a screen reader can get very easily lost in the milieu of your website. And what this leads to is it makes it so the content is not accessible for somebody using a screen reader. As I discussed in the search engine optimization video, screen reader level optimizations can also improve your Google ranking since it makes your site more easily read by Google. If you have videos on your website, being accessible means making sure your videos are closed captioned. YouTube accomplishes this by automatically generating closed captions, which are not that bad. However, if you have the time, take it and make sure that you do the closed captioning, because people who are deaf will then be able to get the content of your video. As another even more important note, your region may have laws in place as to the level of accessibility your corporation's website needs to be at for you to be legally compliant. For example, in Ontario, if you're a large corporation with 50 or more employees, there are very strict rules as to what is necessary for you to be considered compliant. If you want to look that up, you can go to accessforward.ca, and those rules are there for the Ontario region. If you're from a different region, look up to see what rules you have in that region. Or you can contact Panda Rose and we can assist you to make sure that you are compliant and that your website is accessible. Number 4, page speeds are absolutely important, because if you go to a website and it just starts dragging and takes forever to give you information, you kind of give up on it. So what you should be doing is making sure that your website both loads quickly but also doesn't contain too large of images for what you are providing, as well as too many other JavaScripts and CSS code and stuff which are unnecessary for the site, so that the site loads quickly so people can get to the information they need right away. To use the plumbing example, if you're going to a plumber's website and you have an emergency and the plumber's website is taking longer than 5 seconds to load, you are likely to just go back and find a different plumber's website. But if it's optimized, it'll load quickly, it'll give you the phone number, you can call them right away, and you're off to the races. The fifth thing, and this is probably interestingly the most important thing, is you need to ensure you have a clear call to action and that your contact information is clear and obvious right above the fold. Because if somebody's going to your website on their phone, they're going to want to have your phone number because they may want to phone you right away. Or they're going to want to have your email address so they can click on that and email you with their email program that they're comfortable with to contact you right away. Having contact forms is nice, but hiding behind contact forms to avoid spam is a good way for you to lose business. Because some people, they see that contact form, they send it out, and they don't even know for sure if it got received by you. When you send an email to somebody, there's a lot more confidence it's been received, and it's a lot easier to reply to, and people are more comfortable doing it. Similarly, putting that phone number right there at the top gives a number that they can call to get a person on the line, and you can help them out right away. With those two in mind, also having a clear call to action, a little button says buy now if you are providing products, apply now if you're providing mortgages or financial solutions, or simply book now if you're a plumber or an electrician who needs to get out on site to do the job. That gives them a clear idea. I click here and that's how I start the process to hire this person. So those are 5 things you can do today to improve your website and turn it into a valuable addition to your sales pipeline. So feel free to do them, or if you want, you can contact Panda Rose and we'll help you do it.